Hello there, welcome to another episode of the Allotment Dram. This is a series of short videos where we sit and talk about different whiskies in the surroundings of our North London allotment. Join me on another lovely afternoon here, sort of mid-April, and quite warm. Been a little bit sunny, a little bit cloudy, but yeah, it's just meant that I've been able to get on with quite a lot of jobs. Actually sown some things today. Firstly, these peas. You might think, what the hell am I doing holding a box of dried peas from the supermarket? But someone told us that trick a few years ago. You just buy them from the supermarket, pop them straight into a pot or into the ground, they become pea plants. You can have the pea shoots for salads or the actual pods themselves, way cheaper than buying packets of seeds from the garden centre. Also planted some fennel directly into the ground today, so look forward to that. And also some of these shallots gone straight into the ground as well. The little sets there, which turn into a big sort of bunch of shallots each one. But while that's all very interesting, of course I am here to talk about whiskey. And what is the Allotment Dram today, I hear you ask? Well, it's a brand new whiskey, literally been announced 2 weeks ago. We received our sample earlier this week, and it's the Bladnoch Vinaya. So what can I tell you about this? Bladnoch is a Lowland distillery. So if you look at a map of Scotland, you've got, if you draw a line roughly just above the central belt between Glasgow and Edinburgh, that's what's called the Highland line. So anything below that is known as the Lowlands, anything above that is known as the Highlands. So for a long time Bladnoch was the most southerly distillery in Scotland. It's so far south that actually it's further south than parts of northern England, including Newcastle. But it's no longer the furthest south. That goes to Annandale now, which has opened up in the last few years. But yeah, it's been there over 200 years. 1817 it was founded, but it's had, because it's in quite a remote location in Dumfries and Galloway, it's near the village of Wigtown, it's actually had quite a checkered history. Lots of sort of periods of closure as well as being in production. That's what tends to happen when you have a fairly remote distillery. It can be the first one that closes down sometimes because of sort of various issues, operational, transportation. It could be any of these reasons. And most recently it was 2014 actually closed, and then was taken over in 2015 by a gentleman called David Pryor, and he is really behind the renaissance of Bladnoch, and revamped the whole place. He's started production again, started building a core range which seems to be ever expanding, which is what Vinaya sits in. And Vinaya is a Sanskrit word for honor, and not quite sure why they've picked Sanskrit. I mean, obviously a lot of brands go for Gaelic or Nordic as a second, but Sanskrit, I'm not sure why. But all of their whiskies are named so. Within the core range there's 3 or 4 others which have Sanskrit names as well. But this has come out, it's going to sit in the core range of Vinaya and is 46.7%. And yeah, I think we should have a taste actually, because I have to be honest, not really tried much Bladnoch at all. In our very early blogging days, over 10 years ago, we had some from the previous owner that they released. And they had quite a small, compact range, fairly dreadful packaging actually. But this is much better. This actually comes, if you buy the full size, it comes in a sort of cube-shaped bottle and quite sort of bold graphic design, which we quite like. But yeah, so not tried it for a very, very long time actually. So let's have a go at this. Here we are. As you can see, just very vibrant colour here in this sort of spring sunshine. Let's have a look. Here we are. Look at that. It's very vibrant, sort of this light gold colour. It's actually a mix of ex-bourbon and ex-Oloroso sherry casks as well. So best of both worlds. It's hand selected and then put together, married together by Dr. Nick Savage, who's the master distiller there. So yeah, lovely vibrant colour, and it's leaping out of the glass. It smells quite delicate but quite vibrant at the same time. So let's have a smell properly. Yeah, there's lots of like sultana here, toffee, but then also quite a sort of delicate, sort of green grassy, sort of malty cereal note there. As I say, quite delicate, quite elegant. Some vanilla and some golden syrup in there as well. Yeah, quite enticing. Let's have a taste. Again, it's quite light, quite delicate, quite elegant. Lovely level of sweetness. There's a lot more honey here. There's toffee, maybe a bit of butterscotch. These sultanas, big juicy sultanas, sort of in there. A hint of nuttiness as well, a bit like a sort of almond or maybe hazelnut. There's something like that. A little pinch of quite warming spice as well. A bit of ginger, maybe ginger and cinnamon. But let's have another taste. It's this delicacy, and this is really what the Lowlands, you know, if there's a stereotypical Lowland style, it's this sort of lighter, delicate, you know, it's quite fresh sort of style. But here they've built some layers with the bourbon and the sherry casks married together, different ages at play, and quite good strength, so it's giving it a bit of punch. But yeah, absolutely lovely. That this grassy, it's like a hay or straw, and then a quite bittersweet sort of malty cereal, you know, slightly biscuity quality just in the background there as well. Yeah, really quite delicious, and you know, very nice surprise, because to say we've not really had anything to do with Bladnoch, you know, for over a decade, I would say. So it makes us sound old, but then we are getting there. But you know, yeah, lovely. So look forward to doing a proper review. We'll be doing a blog review, a full blog post with tasting notes, you know, quite shortly as well. So look out for that. I'll put the link at the bottom here on YouTube once that's done. But yeah, absolutely, you know, delicious, you know, uplifting, and seemingly perfect for this lovely spring afternoon, where I've got like birds twittering all around me, and you know, just very peaceful and sort of pleasant up here. So yeah, from myself and the Bladnoch Vinaya, we will bid you farewell. Get on with a few more jobs before I go home, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again very soon, I hope. Cheers.